Hello and welcome to Lunar Soul Tarot. I'm Ali. I'll be doing your reading today. We're doing another pick a card reading, a timeless one, as in one sense, because we are doing it about renewal and hope. And that is the main theme of the upcoming solstice. So, as you're probably aware, we're getting, well, in the northern hemisphere anyway, closer to the shortest day. I think that's in so I think that's today, tomorrow, or the day after. I'm not quite sure. The actual solstice is on the 22nd this year of December. And of course, 3 days after that, we have Christmas. And the main message of Christmas, if I'm not a practicing Christian, but I was brought up as one, and the main message of Christmas is, of course, about renewal and hope. And in a sense, as the sun rebirths at the winter solstice, the Son of God, or is born, if you like. So there's a lot of polarities between the messages of this time of year. However, if you look at this at another time, you can still use it as a guide for renewal and hope. So we have on the table, we have 3 different depictions of the sun from 3 different decks, and I will talk you through them. The first one is the sun from the Divine Tarot, or the Tarot of the Divine. That's the second one is the sun from the original Thoth deck, the Aleister Crowley deck. And the third one is from the Lunar Tarot. So, and I think they're both beautiful pictures, both, all 3 of them, both. Sorry, it's going well today. Yeah, so so have a look, make your choice. If more than one resonates to you, then you can look at more than one reading. These are general readings, so there might be bits of each one that resonates for you. And there might be areas of some that don't resonate at all. So, but I'll leave you to have a look at them for a moment, and then we'll move on and go into the readings. Thank you. So, hi to you, reading 1. Let's have a look at your card to start with. You selected the sun from the Tarot of the Divine, and here we have a depiction of the sun god Ra, and he's on a boat. Would I call that a boat? I'm not sure what they would call it. And he's holding in one hand his staff, and in the other hand he's got an ankh, which is a symbol of rebirth or life eternal. So that's rather lovely. So we're going to pull some oracle cards, and I'm also going to pick a tree for you, because if you've been with me before, you know I like my plants and trees and animals. So let's have a couple from, let's start with this deck. So you can probably hear me shuffling if you can't see me. So, and let's see, I'll have one from this one. Let's just, oh, okay, so we have, that's too many. So they're going on the bottom. So we're going to have this one. Workaholic. Oh, I say. We're going to have one from the Woodland Wardens. Actually, I was going to pull two from that last deck. So let's pull two. Let's pull another one. There it is. Great. And vanity. Interesting. So let's have a Woodland Warden. And then we can and interestingly, the tree I pulled for you, which one am I going with? That one. Aha, raccoon and sycamore. So that's going down there. So, and is the birch. And if any of you know your Oham alphabet or tree alphabet, you will know that that's the first in the sequence of the runes, and it's the tree of rebirth. So that could be quite fortuitous. So let me just get a couple of these or one of these to go. Let's have a look at this. What's suggesting to me so far is we have workaholic, we have vanity. So it looks to me like you're a person, oh, there we go. You're a person that puts a lot of effort into your work. And I think what you need to do, oh yes, look at that. We've got these lovely sort of blues and purples going on here. So, and I think what it's telling you is to make a new start, or what do they call it these days? Don't work harder, work smarter, okay? And I know you possibly get a lot of your sort of kudos and identity through your work. But what it's saying here is you need time to explore yourself, explore other parts of your life if you like. So, and this is a really good opportunity for you to start that. If those elements aren't in place at the moment, you should either go to HR and ask them for the opportunity, or try looking for opportunities to do that. So, and no one's suggesting you turn up a party looking like that, not unless you want to, of course. But what it is saying is you've got to start sort of thinking about your your friendships, your family network, your and yourself. So it's about self-care. So this card here, Mintaken, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So there's a part of you that feels this sense of you'd like to find your way back to something. And I'm sure when you were younger or at some stage in your life, you were able to get that kind of work-life balance better. And it's probably only recently or in the last few years that you have sort of focused on work. And now it's saying you have the opportunity to sit back and do a bit more self-care. So we have the raccoon and the sycamore here, which says curiosity. And I am not familiar with raccoons. I am familiar with sycamores because we've got them sort of everywhere around here where we are. So I am going to read to you what it says, and I've got to find it first. And that is 33. And it's in Roman numerals, so I can't find it at all. So sycamore is I know sycamore's a tree that seeds itself about greatly. So that's 33, is that 33? 3 tens. 30, the coyote, no. Wait a minute, up here. Oh, there we go, 33, the raccoon and the sycamore. So, and the sycamore seeds sort of travel quite a long way. So let's have a look at, so it doesn't actually, oh, that's 30. 1, 2, 3, there we go. So you are well equipped to explore uncharted territories, climb high into the tree of your interests, bounding from branch to branch. Now is an auspicious time to discover new truths about yourself and your abilities. So that is saying, basically, it's time to start new strategies. This is a really good spread. It's lovely. It's got a really nice energy to it. So freeing up some time will give you the energy and the time to get a bit more stimulus, to get interested into either things you used to be involved in, sort of maybe sports or art or creative hobbies, or anything that takes your interest, but also and in that process you will learn more about yourself. It will renew certain vigor within you. So I mean, if you think back to when you were younger, and I'm not how old you are, I don't know when you're listening to this, but you know, if you think back to sort of maybe childhood or teenage years, when you know, all sorts of things used to spike your curiosity, and sort of grab your attention. This is kind of what it's saying. So you need to free up space, maybe just one evening a week. You say, right, I'm not going straight home tonight, or I'm not working late tonight, or whatever, and you go and do something different. Okay, so because this will also create opportunities for other things. So I'm going to pull out some tarot cards. Let's see if I can shuffle these without dropping them all over the floor. So I've got quite small hands, so I find some of these decks quite difficult to shuffle. So let's just, I'm going to do a, let's do, oh, that for those. So with the ordinary deck, they call it 52 card pickup, don't they? So I think the way I shuffle is a 78 card pickup. So here we go. Oh, there we go. That's it. So, and I'm going to cut as well. So, great. And lovely. So let's see what we can have. 2, 3, and then let's see if we can see all of those. Yes, 2, 3. So let's find out what opportunities are coming for you. So we have the Hierophant. So, and the Hierophant, he is the leader of the community, if you like, the spiritual leader. And he is there to give guidance and show you the way. So, 6 of Pentacles. I wonder if I can just move those up a bit. That's lovely. Great. Prince of Pentacles. Princess of Cups. The World. And the 6 of Wands. Wow, look at that. So what this is saying is you are well guided, okay? You have opportunities here within partnerships and teams and family to reorganize that structure, okay? Now the 6 of Cards is very much a it brings harmony into the sort of area of earth and resources, and also health, and it also there's an element of sharing to it. So it's like one of the key words for this is sort of beneficiary. So if you benefit, then others will. That's kind of what it's saying, because you will share those resources. You will bring others in to that world, and you will have more to provide. It acts as a kind of channel, if you like, because as you give out, you also get back. So, and I'm not saying that you're giving out to receive, but I'm saying you're giving out because you'll find the pleasure in it, but also you'll get stuff back from it. Now, this, the Prince of Pentacles, is about collaboration. It's about productivity. So what you might find is, and this is quite a common thing, and like I said in the beginning, work smarter, not harder or longer. So what you might find is you have more time to collaborate with others, and you also will increase your productivity, because this is about productivity. So, and along the bottom here, we have the Princess of Cups, the World, and the Six of Wands. So this is about achieving, okay? It's about, the classic word for it is triumph. And what it means is whatever you set out to do, you will achieve. So, and it will bring the end to one cycle and spur on a new one. There's this nice sort of element of love here. I wouldn't say it was necessarily romantic love, but it means that you kind of restore your enjoyment and the pleasure you get from things. So with her sharing with the dolphin or riding the dolphin, she's enjoying the simple pleasures. Well, I don't know if riding a dolphin is a simple pleasure, but you know, that kind of thing. This is her natural environment. So for her, riding a dolphin is a simple pleasure. So yes, overall, what this is saying is you haven't got to worry about if you're a workaholic because, or you work really hard because you've got bills to pay, you're self-employed, all that kind of thing. You might even be paid on commission or on your productivity. It's not going to harm it at all. It's going to help it. It's going to make things better. It's also going to make you feel more comfortable within yourself, and it's going to make life more pleasurable for you. It really is. So, and the last thing I'm going to say, because I'm going to wrap up shortly, and I'm going to go back to my little tree. So the birch. So the birch is about rebirth. And again, it's about regeneration and new hope. So it can be rebirth, or it can be sort of rebirthing an old idea. It can be rebirthing a new self. And renewal. One of the things that the birch was famous for in sort of healing properties is it's used to make a tonic, a sort of pick me up to keep going, because it's got anti-spasmodic and anti-inflammatory properties. So birch bark can be chewed in a similar way, or used, and the birch sap can be used in a similar way to aspirin. It has similar properties to aspirin. The stronger of the plants is the willow, of course, but And the birch is also a tree of the sort of maiden goddess. So there's a kind of innocence and purity and freshness to it. And that comes through in all of this spread. So we have these lovely sort of purpley and blue colours sort of running through here. And that's sort of pureness and spirituality, and it's a balance of the masculine and feminine. And we also have here these lovely sort of greeny energies, which is sort of growth and vigor, and reflects regeneration. And then we have this sort of like gorgeous sort of sun again here in the Six of Wands, like your sun over here, which is like sort of like the great healer. So I think this, for some of you, it will be easier than others to give yourself permission to do this. But I think this is also going to be a healing. So 2024, or sort of the beginning of the year or the whole of the year, is going to be a new start. It's going to be a healing process. So it's there to give yourself a chance to step back, review, renew, rebirth. That's what you're going to, every morning when you wake up, you're going to say, so first of all, reflect, review, renew and rebirth. Those are your 4 keywords for the new year, or for the up and coming weeks. And for this solstice. So, and if anyone gets on your nerves over Christmas, just step back and go, reflect, review, renew, rebirth. Okay, that's your mantra. So yeah, I think it's really lovely. But you need to get this sort of work-life balance in order. So you don't turn up at parties looking like him. No, that's not. And so that's it for now. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this, you can check out the other readings if you want to, or if not, I'll see you at another time. There's also some readings in my description below, so you can have a look at those or click on those if you want to. And please like and subscribe, because it helps me do stuff like this. So thank you so much. Hello and welcome to reading 2. So we have our Sun card here, and the artist was Lady Frida Harris, and I think these cards were drawn, if I'm right, in the sort of Edwardian times, so that would be sort of around 1910, that kind of thing. So there's certainly, well, they're definitely pre-First World War. So and we have this lovely sun. It's got all the zodiac signs around with it, and we have 2 cherubs hailing it. So rather nice. So let's pop that. Ooh, I'm just wondering about, I'm going to pop that over there. So just in case, because I've heard YouTube can get a bit and see about nudity. So just to be careful, we will do that. So I'm going to pull some. I'll pick up the ones that are on the floor. So cards retrieved. So I might rename this channel the 78 card drop, because I am not great at shuffling the cards. These ones are not so bad. Oh, there we go. That's for you. And we want another one. Oh my word, look at that. So no half measures for you guys, is there? Look at that. Wow. And I think that's light enough so we won't see it. Oh, and whoa. So, and we can have I think we'll have one of these two, and that's better. These are an easier size for me to shuffle. Good Lord, look at this, I say. So, I don't know if you're a, ooh, that's too many. So we'll start again. I don't know if you're a manifester or you work sort of with intent, but this has got that sort of energy of it. It's really sort of strong. So let's see what else comes out for us. And just one more. Oh, that's it. Okay, so we've got that one. That's the one. Priestess. Ooh, interesting. Let's move it over, and that over, and that over, and that over. How you are being called to step up and lead. Wow. The sort of physical energy of this is quite strong, and I'm almost sort of getting heat off of it. It really is. So, and whether you're a sort of somebody who works with spirit, if you're a healer, or if you're someone that works with manifestation, I would say that this is going to be a great opening for you to do that work. Let's just see what we get from the before we carry on. And I'm almost there with the cards. So, oh, I think, no, not quite. Good. So we're going with that one. The moth and the eucalyptus. So, an ending. So what I'm seeing here is you have been working on something for a long time, and we have a full moon coming up shortly. We also have there's this real sort of build-up in power, and it's around something that you've been working on, but I wouldn't say it was it might be a work project if that is sort of close to your heart and a passion, but it's going to manifest into something very shortly if it hasn't done already. So, and the moth and the eucalyptus is about energy. But I do know the eucalyptus is very, very purifying. And it's also one of those plants that gives you that kind of, it's because it's a healing plant. So like sort of pine and other plants like that, it's one of those that sort of gets up your nostrils, isn't it? And kind of clears your head and clears that vision. So, and moths are very similar to butterflies in the sense that they might only go out at night or in your wardrobe, depending on what type of moth it is. But they also live a similar kind of, they're like butterflies of the night, if you like. And they, and they reproduce from or change, transform in cocoon form. So they're also about big transformation. So this is kind of like a big shift. So it's the build-up of the energy for a big shift and for something else to come in. And I've just realised what I haven't done is pick a tree for you as well. So I'm going to do that now. And we have the rowan. Yeah, there's definitely, rowan is a tree of healing because of the berries. And it's also known as the rune tree in different parts of the country, which it's assumed that's how it got its name, rowan, but I'm not sure if that's correct or not. And it's associated with witchcraft, with healing, with all those sort of arts because of the berries. And the berries come in abundance, like this energy here. So the priestess here, what it says on the bottom is, how are you being called to step up and lead? Which is very interesting. But for me, what she does is she pulls everything together. Okay, so whether it's people or whether it's spiritual knowledge or healing, or she sort of calls all that energy in, and by bringing it in and by bringing in the right people, I guess, to work together. So it could be energy, it could be a combination of herbs for healing, it could be, she pulls them all together because she's got the knowledge and the know-how to do that. And she brings the ritual together, if you like. She leads it. So I want to pull some tarot cards for you, because that will help me see what sort of, and I'm just gonna, let's get these shuffled, so that's good. And once more, these are not the easiest cards to shuffle. Okay, here we go. Let's get in there. Good. And one more shuffle. That's good. Lovely. And I'm going to cut the deck So let's see what information we're given here for this energy. So, but whatever you're doing, it's definitely bringing it to, it's like the boiling pot at the moment. It's just about to get to the right temperature. So we'll put those over there. That's good. And let's have a look at the first row. Judgment. Ace of Swords. Temperance. Yeah, and I like the fact that Temperance is on. The Priestess. Judgment. Is sort of sitting on our miracle. The classic phrase for judgment is the wake-up call. So I'm hearing it's like a kettle whistling. I don't know if anyone's still got a whistling kettle, but that's kind of what it's going on in my head. And this Ace of Swords, it's really quite a creative feeling for this one. It's about bringing your ideas are going to come together. So you've got a real clarity around whatever it is you're passionate for. You are now getting clarity for it as well. And temperance means that you're bringing it to a certain balance. So whatever is boiling your pot or making your kettle whistle is, it might be something you've been working on for a long time, or it might be something you've just sort of picked up again and to renew it, if you like. But what this sword tells me is you're transferring your passion into ideas so you can then act on it. That took a while to come out, didn't it? Goodness me. So we have the Fool, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the World. Goodness me. No small cards for you guys. So 5 major and an ace. This is really you are surrounded by abundance. You are, this also reflects, because the world, although sort of, or the universe, whatever you want to call it, is again a card of endings, all right? Which means that what you've been working on and what you've been pulling together, you might at some stage have not believed that it was going to happen, but this says, oh yes it is. So probably sometimes when you work on something, when you sort of sit back and kind of take the pressure off, what that does is it just gives it enough space to manifest, if you like, to bring it into the physical world. But it also gives you clarity and allows you a lot more time what the Queen of Cups does is she provides nurture, and she's like emotional and spiritual fulfillment in one go. She's also a very refreshing and cleansing energy. But we also have an ace here, and we have the Fool, which to me suggests that this is going to be the end of a cycle, but you will be refreshed with clarity and new ideas to go into another one. And this time there's a bit more self-care around you. So you've either got somebody here who is providing you with that support and that nurture and that sort of refreshment and abundance, or you find that within yourself. And I would say, looking at this energy up here, that it's more likely that you find that within yourself, that better balance. It's quite interesting. I mean, this is not as, it's slightly different from, it's got different energies to reading one, but there are elements of it that have sort of similarities. But what this is, so maybe have a look at that, but also what this is saying is, and what the solstice reminds us of is the fact that, you know, life is one big cycle, and it's kind of like you've seen it now, or you've realized that, you've come to that realization, and the, you know, the world feeds us, the sun feeds us, and it's all part of this solstice is about rebirthing, and Christmas is about renewal of hope and faith, and this is saying you can complete that cycle and step out into the new one. So I think, you know, the next sort of month or two is going to be quite explosive for you, not in a bad way at all, but what it means is you get that impetus, you get that energy, and the sun provides you with that healing, A, to start again, and B, to recognize the whole and experience and feel that cycle, if you like. So if you have a place you celebrate solstice, so even if it's like at home around an altar, it's about recognizing the fact that the sun has come to the end of one cycle and is rebirthing into another. It's the old mythology about the sun god. So, and I won't go into that in the Christian sense because I'll probably offend people, but, you know, the sun god, he dies and then he's reborn. So whether it's in the physical or the spirit form. So yes, so we've got death and rebirth and cycles and whoa, wake up. You've got a miracle happening, and you need to focus your passion and translate it into ideas, because you will get the clarity for that. Sort of balance it out, and start all over again. And you've got this wonderful sort of essence here also of love and healing energy, and it's really, really vibrant and gorgeous. So that's what this period of Yule or Christmas or whatever your Saturnalia, whatever floats your boat, is all about. And sort of big manifestation, whether it's on the physical side or on the spiritual side, and there's no kind of sort of stopping there. You just then move on to the next step, the next path, the next sort of build up of energy. So hey ho, and there's plenty of abundance here. The Celts used to call the rodent tree the ambrosia of the gods, because the berries, although tart on their own, were a really good source of vitamins and minerals, and you can still make rowan jelly, mix it with something else to sweeten it, another fruit, or maybe even just a bit of honey, because it's got, and it sets really well, it's got a natural pectin to it. So wassail, salute, all that kind of thing. And I hope this has been useful to you. If you liked it, give me the thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, please do, because you'll then get more readings in your box. There's more readings in my description box, and I really appreciate you guys coming on and listening, and it's something I really enjoy doing for you. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello and welcome to reading 3. So you have the Sun card from the Lunar Tarot, and as you can see here, we've got the crescent moon in the background, and we've got this lovely sort of like purple sky, which pinky purple. And on this card it says success, because of course the sort of sun is all about rebirth and healing, and it's a new dawn, it's about hope, which is what our winter solstice is about too. So it's about the dying sun and the rebirth of the sun, so in the old sort of Greek myths. And I think this is quite a romantic vision of it. And if it has some relevance, I will tell you a little story. Let's have a oh, hazel. So that's your tree for the moment, and we will have, I'm going to get some rune cards. We will have one of these. Let's do it so you can see it, and let's see what we get. There's certainly a very sort of spiritual energy to these readings, but also magical as well. So the magic and the stick, I think. So we'll have 2 of these ones, and these are the chakra cards, which I like. Oh, let's have that one. And up. And once more. Okay, so we're going to have that one too. And let's see what they tell us. So let me tell you about the hazel. The hazel represents a period of time, as well as it's a nut. I guess you probably know that. I don't have to tell you that. And nuts represent wisdom, their knowledge, okay? Because it's a fruit from the tree, albeit a hard one in a shell, nuts are longer lasting than the, obviously, apples and pears and cherries and all that kind of thing. So nuts can be roasted, they can be dried and stored. So it's access to sort of nutrition and energy over a longer period of time. So let's take that one out. So, and let's see what else we get from these cards. So, oh, the cat and the lavender. Well, that definitely goes with that. Independence. Lovely. So it's and with the hazel, it's about an acquired knowledge or wisdom. So it's in the sense of education, because it's something learnt by the self over a period of time. So there are certain myths and legends attached to the hazel. One of them is a cauldron myth, and I think it's in the Mabinogion, I'm not sure, but a boy or a young man takes one of the hazelnuts from the cauldron and is gifted with a secret knowledge. In a similar sense, although it's not a sacrificial legend, a self-sacrificing legend, but to the sort of Odin mysteries. So, and he acquires magical knowledge about the runes. Ooh, now that's interesting. Destiny, creation. Okay, so what I'm getting from this so far is this is almost like a shadow reading in a sense, because it's applying to you about your pathway. So if you're feeling sort of slightly withdrawn and reserved over this, over the period of Yule, Christmas, or the solstice, it's about because you're working something out within. And you're sort of, if you like, you're metaphysically chewing it over. So, and it's a sort of deeper, more spiritual knowledge, and it's, I was going to say forbidden knowledge. It's not forbidden, it's occult knowledge. So it's the mysteries of the world. And so our hazel is very appropriate. I love it when the tarot works like this. It's just extraordinary. And we've got these beautiful sort of like pinky purples running through it. So so you've got a really good balance of both feminine and masculine energy going on here. And so knowledge is being passed on to you. So whether or not you work within a circle or a spiritual practice, or or you've been reading lots, or you've just been observing, standing back and observing, what you've learnt over a sort of period of time. So because it's not knowledge that's gifted in a short space of time, it's knowledge that is gifted, well, classic thing for with Hazel is 9 months, because it's a period of gestation. But it could be 9 years, it could be 9 weeks. I don't think it's 9 days, but the number 9 is very significant. All right, and here we have a sort of shaman creating, and we have sort of smoke coming from the crystal, or some kind of energy coming from the crystal. And here we have a sort of, I love that thunder sort of and lightning in the background. That's really lovely. So, and if you look at this card here, it is it looks like a portal in a sense. It looks like a gateway. You've got a kind of pyramid behind, but you've got a sort of pathway, and these two sort of conical towers, and all that sort of energy going on there. So, and with the cat and the lavender, so independence. So what this knowledge does is it will give you a certain independence, but it will set you aside from others. So it's like you're sort of going within to take a spiritual step up. But the no here says, and the lavender, I think, because lavender is a herb of healing. It's also about, it's good for sleep and for clarification, and it makes fabulous honey. So there's a nourishment to it as well. I worked as a teacher for many years, and one of the things you learn as a teacher is about psychological theories. Okay, so, and a lot of these theories are applied to education, about sort of different methods of behavior, and you apply it to your practice. And one of the most bonkers ones that I ever heard, and I'm not saying the actual information itself is bonkers, but the fact that it took somebody to do experiments, and some academic, and they claim and give it a name, his name, is Pavlov's dogs. So, and Pavlov did all these experiments and found out that you could train with using tidbits and sort of, you know, affirmation, dogs to sit, roll over, pick, fetch, all that kind of thing. And he became acclaimed for it. Well, I'm sure there's hundreds of people out there that have been working with dogs, or, you know, just raising dogs for years. You know, we've had dogs in our society for thousands of years. And I certainly didn't need some academic to come along and tell me that's how you can train a dog. And so, you know, giving somebody affirmation, like, obviously helps, makes them want to learn, okay, and all that kind of thing. So, and if you love dogs, you might have had a cat as well, or you might just have a cat. I've just got a cat because when I was working, I didn't have time for a dog. So, and he also did experiments and found out that you can't get a cat to do what it doesn't want to. It doesn't matter what, you can, you know, dangle a kipper in front of its nose, and if it doesn't want to do it, it won't, because cats are independent and very much creatures of their own devices. So, and the long and the short of it is, that's about saying no, okay? So you take your time and you take this knowledge on board. You do your shadow work or your deep spiritual work, whatever it is you're learning, this wisdom you're picking up, and you don't use it to create until you're ready, until you feel ready. Not when other people sort of say, like, oh, you can do it now. Like, you know, a bit like when you pass your driving test and everyone says, oh, drive me up the road. And you have to drive it all in a sundry up the road. If you don't feel ready, it's a no. Wait until you are. So let's see what Tarot says. And it's actually, what's quite interesting is the last reading was about external energy. It was about manifesting. And it was about bringing sort of stuff to the surface. And this one is the complete it's introspection, if you like. So, and there we go. I can just about manage that. Let's cut the deck and find out about what you need to know, or what advice we've got for this. And I'm sure it's not going to tell you to read Pavlov's dogs. So here we go. 2, and we're going to do 6. So, and I should say, before I actually left school, I was kennel maid. So, for a show kennel. So that's how I know about dogs and how I know about cats. So we have the Ace of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Magician. Yes. We have the Princess of Swords. We have the 7 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. Ooh, that's really lovely. So, okay. So, running through the middle of this is this is earth resources, okay? And so you have a really strong energy, and you have the King of Pentacles at the top of it. And it's not a fast energy. It's because it's an earth energy, the earth bears fruit, or the land bears fruit or crops or whatever, when it is time, when it is ready. And you will know when the time is ready, because you will feel comfortable about it. The 7 is about harvest for Pentacles. So, and it's about waiting for the right time. It's about working the field or whatever the project is until it's ready to bring those crops in. So again, what this is saying is you are in control, okay, of this situation. So over here we have swords. So, and we have the ace and we have the princess. And this is about clarification. So it might be you get clarification from outside of what you need to know and what will give you confidence and make things crystal clear for you. It might come to you, I suspect, sort of in daydreams or dreams, because it's got that kind of energy to it. But you will get sort of like that light bulb moment. And once you see that light bulb, it's like, oh, got it. Bing. Yes. Okay. So, but even when you've seen that light bulb, you still need to wait until you're ready. Okay? It's not like flick the light switch and off you go. It's a case of having that clarification so you can process it, manifest it into what you want to, or manifest it for when you're ready. And then here we have our magician who pulls everything together. Sometimes the magician has a trickster energy to him. He's about snake oil and mirrors. But in this case, I don't think he is. I think he is, again, with this King of Pentacles, I think he's there for you to bring all those elements together that you need to then work with it and create what you want. So to apply it to whatever you want to. So that might just be, so for instance, if you're practicing yoga or something like that, it will be expanding on your sort of subtlety and also your focus and your meditation. If you've been creating lotions and potions, it will be waiting until that lotion and potion or that sort of tub of beer you've been brewing is ready in the cupboard. So don't crack it open before it's ready. Also underneath this we have the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups, twos are always about balance to a degree and choices. So and in this case it's about there might be somebody that you can bounce off of, okay, your soulmate. So in some people look at the Two of Cups and go, oh, the Lovers or whatever, and it is two people, you know, it is soul to soul, if you like. But it's that balance of two people who are sort of coming together, sort of like a river to flow into one stream. So two, like a sort of the Euphrates running into the Nile or something. I think perhaps my geography's a bit off, but I don't know. But so like when the two rivers sort of run together. So, and there is somebody around you, or it might be a mentor or a teacher, because looking at these, it looks like you've got strong guidance as well, that helps you pull it all together for when you're ready to say yes. So really interesting reading, really. And so, and if you are on this spiritual path, if you are about to sort of renew, rebirth, work with your faith or your spirit, first of all, I send you love, because it's not an easy thing to do. It never is. But you have got support and guidance around you. You are going to get clarity, and it is going to manifest into your into the physical world. So it's going to change what you are, who you are. It will change your perception of things. So, ooh, big solstice, or big Yuletide, or Saturnalia, or Christmas, or and you will come out the other end. You'll still be you, of course you will be, but you'll be a new enlightened you, okay? And just remember, if anybody says anything to you, think, or asks you to do anything and you're not ready to do it, or you don't have the time, or you know, you just want a little bit of me time, think what your cat would do. Focus on your inner cat. So, and go and pick some lavender, or open a bottle of lavender oil, and chill. So nice, calm, deep, yes, and very spiritual, but nice, calm energy here. So that's it for now. Happy solstice and all the rest. Happy 2024. I will be posting before then anyway, but I hope this reading's been of use for you, and some of it resonated with you. Thank you for joining, and please like and subscribe if you want to, and I will see you again on the next one.